Hello everyone, my name is Hectic and we're doing something very different this time. We're getting away from electronic gaming and getting into card gaming. Yes, trading card gaming such as Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering. Yes, so today I'm going to start off by doing a bit of an explanation as to what rarities are in Magic the Gathering, which is the game we're going to focus on today, and I'm going to show you some examples of each of the rarities, and we'll go through this deck, which is my commander deck uh, that I use, and I'll show you guys the rarities of this deck, and basically how many each are in here. Yes, so the rarities in Magic the Gathering are actually very simple compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, there are 4 types of rarities: common, uncommon, rare, and mythic rare. All of which already I picked out an example of each one. An example of a common card would be this one, right here. Hopefully the glare doesn't get it. This one is clear to mind. How can we tell that it is common? Well, if we look right here at this symbol, right there, that symbol should be black. If that's in all black, that is a common card, common rarity. That's going to be about 99%, actually, might be more towards 85% of your magic cards are going to be that. Next up is going to be uncommon. These ones are a little less common, but, well, they're uncommon, but if you take out a standard pack of magic booster cards out of 15, you're probably likely to get at least 3 of these per pack. It's gonna be something like on Neurophage right here. This symbol here is silver/blue. That's how you can tell that it is an uncommon card. Yep, fairly simple. Those are going to be your 2 easiest rarities. Next up, it's going to be just simply rare. And for example, Echo Storm is going to be our example. This symbol needs to be yellow to be a rare card. Yes, notice how I haven't grabbed any foils. I'm going to get into that. Foiling is no longer, as well as saying then a legendary land creature, whatever, is no longer a way to tell rarity, because they do have those colored rarities on each of the foil. Like, they even foil common cards now, so that, unlike in Yu-Gi-Oh!, that's not a way to tell rarity in Magic. So that's rare. Next up is the mythic rare. This one's going to be a little bit tricky. As you can tell, this is the Locust God, my commander. This is the mythic rare symbol. It's supposed to be orange/red. And why can this be difficult? Because their shading of orange and red varies sometimes. Sometimes you can't tell if it's straight up red or orange, but... And I've seen them have it so light before of an orange that I think that is a rare, not a mythic rare. So be on the lookout for that. But if it's definitely dark red, it's definitely a mythic rare. But it can be a lighter shade of orange. Either one is correct. Yep, so those are the 4 rarities. If I have to stop anywhere in this video, that's going to be what I want you to get out of that. So that's the mythic rare. Those are the 4 rarities of Magic the Gathering. I'm gonna record part 2 here in a bit, but that's the first part. Very simple with that. Remember, foil does not tell rarity, and mythic rare sometimes can be hard to tell what it is. So in part 1, we discussed all of the rarities, and examples of each rarity in Magic. Now I'm gonna go through my commander deck, and we're gonna see how much I have of each one. I'm gonna exclude commons. Yes, so uncommon, rare, and mythic we're all gonna see, just to see how rare my decks are. So starting off first with the commander, one mythic rare. Yes, and I'm just sorting through these. All basic lands, by the way, are going to be commons, one's uncommon. I think we'll just do it this way. Now, rares for being in the rare tier are still pretty common to pull out of packs, especially if you do deck builder do kits like I do, which contain 285. This is an example of a foil common card. Foil basically doesn't mean anything towards rarity, so that's an example of that. You'll find that all throughout Magic here. But it could be an indicator of a rare. Usually, nowadays, it is not. It actually used to be back in the day. So, I think having a batch of commons, rares, uncommon. This one, Tiknef, the Mindful, is of this weird coloring here. I'd have to do research, or probably a quick Google search as to what rarity this is. This is either rare or mythic. But because of this weird foiling, and this weird card coloring, I can't tell what it is. I'm gonna put it in, just to make it fair, I'm gonna put it in rare. It might be mythic. Let me know in the comments. Uncommon, mythic. We probably should have excluded uncommons as well, but it still brings up a fairly good point. You sort through this whole thing. Alrighty. This entire thing is my stack of commons. I'm just gonna shuffle that like that. For a 100 card commander deck, that's should be as expected, but the other numbers will still surprise you. Uncommons are all of these. Uncommons still pretty common, so that's 2, 8, 19, 20 uncommon cards, with a couple of them foil, some of them even planeswalkers. Yes, so I'm not going to go through every single card in here that is of the rarity. We'd be here all day if I go through every single card and tell you what we mean. But if you want one of those videos, I'll give that to you. Yes. Because quite honestly, I think this commander deck, the way that I built it, is very underrated. You cannot let this deck go untouched. Shuffle that. Rares. Also pretty common. Yes. 24 rare cards, with a batch of them being foiled, even a legendary enchantment and legendary creature. Legendary creature, or legendary anything, refers to its place with the lore in the set, not the rarity. Yes. And also legendary comes with a batch of other play in there, but that is still quite a lot for, I wouldn't even say for Commander, but for how much to have. Yes. I can shuffle these later. Then the mythic rares, so including Commander 1. 6 mythic rare cards. That's still quite a bit, yes, for how much it, to pull one of these and say it out of a normal booster pack. If you do the 285 card booster kits like I do, you'll probably get a couple of these in there, if not a lot more. So 6, like, things are Ring of 3 Wishes, for example, a couple legendary planeswalkers and legendary creatures, including my commander, and a sorcery. All of those are all mythic rare of the highest order. Yes, so let's conclude this now. I will be doing this video again, showing a standard deck, like 60-ish card deck, to really give you a gauge of it. Then again, the best way to show off how the rarities is by pulling from a pack or a toolkit, not by building. I could build a deck of all mythic rares, and it work out, but still, to put it into a deck, can show you the rarity of the decks and how it might play with that, right? It does focus more on a story point than anything, actually. And with the sets and stuff, I have to do more research with that, because I don't know everything about it, right? So, in conclusion, what did we learn over the 2 parts? We learned all the rarities of Magic the Gathering cards, as well as showed a batch of examples of each rarity, and showing that to tell a party, you actually have to read the card. You can't just normally just tell. The symbol over here and the color is the guaranteed way to tell that. Yes, legendary plus foil, it means nothing. Yes. So that's a little trip to you guys. I hope that you all found this video enjoyable. Let me know in the comments down below if you did like this style of video. We're getting into card gaming now. Yes, let me know how many mythic rares you have in your standard or commander decks, and I'll see you guys in the next one.